This story is hard to believe, I know, and I almost don't believe it myself. But please hear me out. I'm not telling you this to get it off my chest or anything. It's a cry for help. I don't know what to do, and the fate of humanity might be at stake. I've never been a believer in reincarnation, you know, all that stuff about past lives, but I have begun to doubt my prior beliefs. It all happened on my friend Linda's birthday, some time ago from now. She's always been into New Age stuff and the occult, so our group of friends decided to bring her to a hypnotist who claimed to be able to recover memories from past lives. And this, I have learned, is apparently called past life regression. The hypnotist we found took it very seriously, but we merely thought it would be a fun thing to do, something we could all joke and laugh about later. The hypnotist, an elderly woman named Eleanor, seemed a bit annoyed by our attitude, but remained calm. She probably needed the money and was most likely used to groups such as ours. Linda was very into it though, and Eleanor seemed to like her. Eleanor's small office didn't look as we had expected. Instead of a cramped room filled with strange stuff with a crystal ball in the middle, it looked more like what you would find at a professional psychiatry clinic. It was clean and minimalistic, with a chair for her to sit in and a couch for her visitors. Linda giggled as she sat down on the couch. The rest of us tried to keep a straight face as the session began. Eleanor talked to Linda with a relaxed voice. It didn't take long for her to become sleepy while listening to Eleanor. Linda was clearly very susceptible to this kind of thing. Slowly, Eleanor asked her to go further and further back in her memory until she came to her own birth. This was where Linda was supposed to leave her present life behind and start exploring her past life. "I see nothing," Linda said. "It's just a nice feeling of bliss. It's nothing there. I can't. In the end, Linda didn't see anything. Eleanor said that this was because she was a new soul and that she didn't have any past lives. I'm sorry if you're disappointed, but on rare occasions it happens. Of course, I won't charge you now, since you didn't get the experience you expected," Eleanor said. We did feel a little disappointed about this, but we didn't let it bring us down. We joked about it and still thought we had found something to laugh about. Eleanor seemed like a respectable woman who took her job very seriously. If she was just in it for the money, I suppose she would have made up a story and charged us. And this made me feel that she was the real deal, or at least that she believed in what she was doing rather than just scamming people. We thanked her and we were just about to leave when she turned to me. "You," she said. "I can sense something in you." "What? Me?" I laughed while putting on my jacket. "Yes, I can see it in your eyes. It's something old, something very, very old. Or something else, I don't know." We all became quiet when we heard her say this. Our joyful mood turned into something a little more ill at ease. "Would you mind to have a session with me?" Eleanor asked. "I won't charge you for it. I just want to know what it is I'm seeing in your eyes." I don't know," I said. "I don't really believe in this kind of stuff." "Come on," Linda said. "Don't you want to know?" "Will it even work when I don't believe in it?" "Of course," Eleanor said. "You just need to relax and follow my instructions." A bit unsure, I decided to agree. I took off my jacket again and sat down on the couch. It was soothing to listen to her, more so than I had expected, and my mind seemed to follow her voice without hesitation. The effect surprised me. I really didn't believe I would feel anything. "It's your birthday. You just turned 20 years old," she said. I immediately saw that day replayed in my mind. "I'm at my parents' house," I said with a sleepy voice. "I've just gotten a car, my first, but I don't like it. It used and smells funny. You are doing good, Eleanor said. Now I want you to move further back. You are 15 years old now, and you are celebrating the new year. It was the year 2000. I didn't know I was capable of remembering it this clearly. It was as if I was there again, reliving the moment. I told Eleanor what I saw, still half asleep. Keep moving back, Eleanor said, and continued to bring me back further and further to when I was 10, 5, and only 1 year old. After that, everything became strange in a way I can't really explain. Go back even further, to a time before you were born. Let your mind wander to that place. I'm seeing something, I said. I did see something, but I couldn't understand what. Describe it, Eleanor said. I'm in some kind of arena, I said. It feels like I'm floating. I can't find the ground. Is there someone else there? Eleanor asked. Yes, there's a man, and he is also floating. I think he's underwater, but I can see smoke in the distance. And there are stars. There's stars everywhere. Eleanor paused for a second, as if she was surprised to hear me say this, but continued in the same calm way as before. Concentrate on the man you are seeing. Do you know the name of this man? I think I do. Yes, I do. His name is Pontus. Pontus C. Morris. He's wearing a black suit and he's floating in the air. The sun is appearing behind him, outside the window. It's so bright, it's so incredibly bright. Oh wait, I'm feeling something. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Relax, you have nothing to fear. You are completely safe. You've done something terrible, oh no. Go back a little further still, Eleanor said. Try and establish who you are. I'm with my mother now. I don't understand. It's red. It's all red. A desert. Yes, a desert. You're inside the center of I don't know, it's so strange. My mother is holding my hand. A tear came running down my cheek. What is her name? Do you remember? Of course, I said, now crying. It's Rosalina. It's Rosalina Romanov. Where are you? Eleanor asked. I'm home. And where is that? Alexei Tolstoy 4. Is it a street? No, I said. It's the city. Don't you know? Eleanor spent a minute thinking. Then she said, go back to the man you saw, Pontus Morris. I want to know what he did. You said he did something. Can you remember what he did? It's burning around me. I'm not home anymore. I'm in a large city. It's destroyed. My mother is dead. Everyone is dead. The entire world is burning and everyone in it is dead. But I am still alive. He did it to destroy the diaries. Oh God, he ended it all just for that? Why? Go forward in time now, Eleanor said. Just a little bit for... I'm inside the machine, I exclaimed in a dreamy voice. Ah, it's happening. They are sending me... No, not me, just my consciousness. My head started to hurt. I'm going, I said. The next moment I began to convulse. My mind was in a total disarray. Blood ran from my nose. My friends screamed in panic, but I couldn't wake up. There's a message, I yelled. There's a message. I'm going to count down from 10 and then I want you to return to the present, Eleanor said, now deeply concerned and worried. 10, 9, 8, no, the message, it's 7, 6, 5, it's kill Pontus, 4, 3, 2, kill Pontus C. Morris, I screamed. 1. Silence. I was awake. I looked up at the ceiling, utterly confused. We all were. Eleanor didn't know what to say, but she seemed very troubled. My friends called for an ambulance, and at the hospital they found nothing wrong with me. They couldn't explain my seizure. My experience left me empty inside, depressed I guess, and I didn't recover from it. I did get better though. I assumed what I had seen was nothing more than some kind of vivid dream that Eleanor had brought into my conscious mind. Perhaps it had been a small psychotic break. At least, that was what I thought up until last week when I entered a church for the first time in years to talk to a priest about my experience. I had tried everything, so I thought I might just as well try this. When I entered the church, a baptism was being performed. I sat down at the back of the church, waiting for it to be over so that I could get a word in with the priest. The cry from the baby echoed through the church, followed by the deep voice of the priest. The servant of God, Pontus Caesar Morris, is baptized in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit. Panic. I stood up. My body was shaking. Slowly, I walked toward the family. I was in a haze. I stopped as soon as I came close enough to see the baby. It cried softly. I looked at its pure, innocent face. It gave me a mental tunnel vision. Seeing that child, a perfectly normal, sweet little boy, gave me the worst kind of dread I have ever felt. I somehow knew that it was him, and all I heard in my mind was the message: kill Pontus, kill Pontus, kill Pontus. Please help me. What should I do?